So this is the Fairdesk platform. I've got a link in the description, and there's also a pinned comment if you want to come to the correct one here, right? So make sure you go through that link. Also, it's an affiliate link, so they know that I sent you. So that's good for you and good for me. Anyway, so this is the platform. One immediate positive about this platform is that there is no KYC and it's not blocked anywhere, so you don't need a VPN to access this. So you can access this from the United States and from Europe, the UK, wherever, right? So that's positive. Now, like I said before, this platform is effectively a copy trading platform. That's the raison d'etre of this platform. And it's also a futures trading platform. They have spot trading, so that's an option for you if you want to do that, even though there are many much larger exchanges that specialize in spot. But if you're blocked elsewhere and your money's already in Fairdesk, that's something that you also have an option of doing. So I'm going to go step by step through the entire website to give you guys an overview of what the platform does. So if you're interested, maybe you want to participate, and that link that I told you about, there are some goodies associated with it, which includes a bonus amount that you receive from Fairdesk if you were to sign up through that link. And also your account is immediately made a VIP1 account, which means you get 5% discount from all fees, right? I'll talk about the benefits of using that link later, but first of all, let's go through the platform. Okay, so this is the website itself. As you can see, it talks about the licenses that it has, MSB, it's got license in Canada, etc. It talks about the partners, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, Paybis, AMB Crypto, Bloomberg, etc. If you click on that, you can get an extensive list. Shows you some of the crypto personalities that you might be aware of. Virtual Bacon is very big on this platform and indeed on YouTube. Legend of Crypto, I believe, might be number one at the copy trading rankings at the moment, with Virtual Bacon at number 2. I think Virtual Bacon was number 1 up until now. You can copy any of their trades, okay? And then you have the markets here. As you can see, there are new listings happening, so it's a growing platform as well. So they do list new tokens, the usual stats that you're used to, okay? You can also use this on a desktop or on a smartphone device. So if you use Apple or Google or any sort of Android tablet or phone, then you can access the platform on there as well. A lot of people actually don't use a desktop to access things. A lot of people use smartphones only, so that's available for you as well. Okay. And then here's information about support, trade, blah, 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 deep, blah, blah, blah. And here are the socials to follow. And there are some perks to following their socials as well, which I will talk about right at the end of the video. Make sure you get your cup of tea and let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, so the first thing you see here is a promotions tab or promotions menu. Now, if you step through those promotions, it takes you to different places. The first one here is bonuses. Okay, you can apply for a bonus, and this graph here gives you an example of how much you may receive depending on how much you deposit. You deposit $100 and you can trade up to $30,000, and at the top end you deposit 250,000 and you can trade up to 160 million. So that's that's quite a lot, and here are the rules, so you can go ahead and read those rules. So the second thing here is Arena version 2, or Arena V2 as it's called, and this is a kind of sort of high risk activity, and you're warned as such. Technically speaking, it's gambling, so not financial advice. Do your own research and never play with amounts that you're not willing to lose. I for one haven't played with this yet, but it looks kind of gamified to me, so it's a gamified fun bit that you're gonna have with your crypto. So again, we're all grown-ups, we know what we're doing with our money. Okay, so here are the VIP standards that are available, privileges. Basically, it's to do with trading fees and benefits, right? So for instance, VIP level 0, which basically is no privileges, you get your maker fee of 0.02%, which is really decent actually. and then a taker fee of 0.04%. Again, very decent. Withdrawal fee of 0%, which is perfect. And then as you make your way up the VIP list, the fees reduce and the benefits increase. Again, you can have a good look at this and decide what level you're going for. If you sign up via my link, you automatically arrive at VIP level 1, which means no KYC and you get all of these benefits. The fees are very, very competitive, which is one of the reasons why I like this platform. Okay. The next thing here is an affiliate program. So I'm a part of the affiliate program, which is why I have a link in description and I have a pinned link. When people click on my link, they get the benefits that are associated with my affiliate program. So you can also get involved with this. If you sign up for the affiliate program, you can get up to 60% lifelong commissions and 120,000 monthly bonus. That's clearly at the high end of things, but there are also, entry level benefits that you probably get straight away. And usually the better you perform, the higher volume and traffic you generate, the better that is for you. Okay. 7-star affiliate program, best in crypto. So you can see the highest commission rate, yada, yada, yada. So you can go there and have a look if you're interested in being an affiliate. Now, the reward center shows you, what your daily wins are, what awards you've got. Like I said, the platform is highly gamified. So apart from just trading and hodling and, doing leverage and stuff, there's a whole bunch of other ways to earn and to, get rewarded and stuff, including affiliate programs, bonus schemes, games, etc. Okay. And then here we have the proof of reserves. This is highly important. This shows the health of the platform. If you remember, in the last bear market, a lot of these exchanges were shutting down because they couldn't sustain the price of Bitcoin and crypto crashing. So a lot of them didn't have the required reserves. I don't know if Luna Classic and Do Kwon come to mind, but here you have 100% of users' assets are reserved. So they're not going to take your money and loan them out into risky ventures or buy condos and cars like FTX and all those crazy people did. So here's the proof laid out for everyone to see. So that's always good to see, right? That's very again, one of the reasons why I have decided to go with this platform for what we're going to see. All right, so fees and conditions, again, everything is laid out in the open. So depending on what you're trading, how much of it you're trading, how long you've been trading, your VIP level, etc., everything is basically laid out here. So have a good look at that. I think the fees are highly competitive. I've used a lot of exchanges and the fees are very competitive. Okay, so I'm happy with the fees. So make sure you are too. And then of course you have the learn tab here, which, announcements, academy, help center, crypto prices, API documentation, join us on Telegram and about us. So you can go through that as well in your own time. The academy is particularly good because, you learn more about stuff. There's a lot of these for beginner tutorials and information packs that you can look through and teach yourself a little bit more about cryptocurrency and exchanges and trading, etc. Okay, now let's get to the fun part. USDT M futures. So on this tab, you can see you can trade the futures by yourself. You can copy trade. You can do a simulated trading, which is basically you can call it a test net, where you can do risk-free trading. And then that Arena V2 is the gamified one that we saw earlier on. Okay, so if I click on this, you can see there's a standard display that you're used to if you use Binance, Coinbase, any centralized exchange, Bitrex, whatever. It's the same interface that we're used to with the graphs on this side. Sometimes you get them down here, a bit of information around here. Yeah, and you can basically go ahead and change, what instrument you're trading. So you can change that to BAT, USDT, for instance. Here's the graph, and you can change around different indicators, draw a whole bunch of lines, a lot of trading tools that you can use, indicators. Now I'm not too hot on any of these things, because I'm not a chart analyst. I'm not a TCA guy. But if you're a TCA guy, then these can be very, very useful for you. I know some of them, but I just like to look at my charts in the standard sort of candle display here. Some people like to look at the depth. I like to look at the charts. The depths are quite interesting, especially if you're looking into very low cap coins, for instance, or if the walls are very tight and there's a lot of volume. You want to see, is there enough volume for exits and entries without moving the market much, exit liquidity, etc. But I prefer the chart view all day, every day. Okay. Now, there are people on here who highly understand, those indicators and stuff, and use all of these functions and stuff to the max. And those guys are professional traders, and they're the ones that you can copy trade, right? So again, you get the different time views. I find the exchange very, very smooth, very responsive. I haven't had any issues since I've been playing around with this exchange, so I'm pretty much happy. I've done a whole bunch of trades already, and I'll show you those in a little bit. Okay, now talking about the raison d'etre of this platform, which is copy trade, it's the same as the one here. I see they've isolated that on its own tab there, but copy trade. So this is my copy trade interface. So if, say, you were following me and you were copying my trades, these trades will also be opened to you. I'm going to talk about that a bit later in more detail. You can either decide to copy me exactly, or you can vary the amounts, the percentages. You can change the conditions, like the trigger price, the stop loss, etc. But if you are following a professional, I'm not a professional, but if you're following a professional, then you might want to leave it exactly the way they're doing it, because if you're tweaking it, which you can, then in essence you're not truly following them, you're making your own decisions. But it's your money, you can do whatever you want. Okay, here's a simulated platform, looks exactly the same, except of course you're playing with simulated money. Okay, so you can make as many mistakes here. Maybe you can learn how to use the platform on this simulated platform. You can only trade virtual ETH against virtual USD or virtual BTC against virtual USD. I mean, if you think about it, if it's a simulated platform, then you're only using it to learn, right? So you only need one or two instruments to trade and learn from, right? You don't need the full gambit, right, of all of the available coins, right? Okay, so if you go to the actual copy trade platform, here is where you can select who you want to copy. Here are the traders according to rank. You can rank them however you want. Right now they're just ranked at absolute rank. I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video that Virtual Bacon used to be number one. He probably has the highest number of followers. He's got 999 out of 1,000. So there's only space for one person. So that could be you. But then there are other traders also with really great stats. The only difference is though, the number of trades, the sheer volume of experience. I think Virtual Bacon is doing really well. This guy is ranked number one, but he's relatively new compared to Virtual Bacon, but he's got 100% performance rate. If you click on his profile, you can see what instruments is traded, and as you can see, it's got two trades, Bitcoin and ETH. So, and he's won both, which is why he has 100%. But if you look at Virtual Bacon, let's just let that load, you will see that he has a whole host of trades over a longer period of time. So you can say, even though he is not at 100%, he's at 68.4%, which is slightly worse than yesterday. Yesterday it was at 70 something percent. It's over a bigger portfolio, and some of them are maybe longish holds, relatively speaking, so they might yet win. So this is showing you the last overall ranking, right? If you set it to percentage by 7 days, you can see that everything changes, right? The Virtual Bacon and Crypto Legend don't even feature in the top. Again, this is narrowing the window somewhat. Now if you go to 3 weeks, you can see some of the other guys start to move up. Rafael Bispo, for instance, has moved up slightly. You go to 7 days by profits, different people again. So it depends on what you are interested in. If it's to do with 7-day follower profits. So The profit made by followers in the last 7 days are not necessarily by the trader. The crown belongs to Virtual Bacon now because his followers have made the most profit in the last 7 days. So it depends on what you want or what you're looking for. You can rank these guys by your own choice. And remember, if you say were to follow, say, Finance Look, for instance, right? And you copy his trades and you win, then he gets a commission from your wins. Okay, so everybody wins, but if you lose, it doesn't participate in your loss. So again, it's kind of the fee you pay for passive income. So I've mentioned passive income earlier as well. You can see how this is relatively passive or completely passive depending on how you look at it. You can tweak the passivity of it, right? So unlike yield farming or staking, which is completely passive, you deposit the money, you lock it up for a period of time, and you are paid semi-guaranteed a percentage. If it's yield farming, the percentage might change depending on how many people are participating. If it's staking, then usually the APY is at least reliant for the period of time that you have it locked for. So both of those cases are passive. The income may or may not vary. This could either be completely passive if you just follow the trader and leave it at that, or it could be semi-passive if you follow a trader maybe to just get the coins that they are interested in, but you tweak the actual parameters of each token. So for instance, you might buy BTC because they bought BTC, and maybe they set a stop loss for a certain amount, and you make your stop loss a bit higher, or you remove the stop loss because you don't think there should be one. So that's sort of semi-passive. But if they win, you still win. Unfortunately, if there is a liquidation event, you might not get the benefit of the stop loss, and you might get liquidated even though the trader didn't. So it all depends on you, of course. No financial advice, do your own research. And very, very important, of course, is not to trade with money that you're not willing to lose. You see that now on every exchange. They announce it. It's very important because apart from the government maybe telling them to do that, it is something that has to be brought to your awareness that whenever you're dealing with crypto, it doesn't matter if it's a centralized exchange, decentralized exchange, if it's sitting in your own wallet, whatever it is, you have to be comfortable with the fact that you are responsible for your own money. Okay. Now, if you want to just buy spot, which is again is available on thousands of exchanges now, whether it be centralized, decentralized DeFi, website where you can do atomic swaps, you can buy by credit card, PayPal. There's just so many places to buy spot. But if you want to trade spot, you might be limited. If you're in the United States, for instance, you might have problems accessing some platforms because of the KYC issue, and VPN may not work. If you're in the UK, some of the exchanges are just outright blocked now. Fairdesk is an alternative. They might not have the breadth of tokens compared to somewhere like Binance, for instance, but all of the good ones are available. There are some interesting ones here. They've got Bonk, for instance. You can't buy Bonk on spot, but you can. Hold on, let me just check there. I haven't traded it yet. So you can buy 100,000 Bonk USDT. So because Bonk's price is so microscopic, they need to do that much for it to be viable. Okay, which is probably why you can't buy spot here at the moment. But I did trade Bonk and made a fair bit of profit on it yesterday. I did a 20x leverage. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so there's your spot. Very basic interface, exactly the same as you're used to anywhere else. And of course, you can also buy crypto in the standard way. Here is another way that a lot of people are used to. If you use, something like a basic Coinbase app or crypto.com, or you go to a website where they have the widget. This widget is very ubiquitous now. It's kind of reminiscent of DeFi, but it really isn't. You're just like swapping it, right? Buy and sell. And then you have, of course, a fiat deposit where you can transfer from a bank account or using a card of some kind. Okay, here is another way of earning APY, 18.6, which is pretty good actually. I've seen some 10%. There's only one other place that I know that beats this, that does 20%. And that's a platform that I talked about before, but that's not a trading platform. That's just a platform where you lock up your stable coin and it pays you 20% APY. But here, the flexibility is much greater. So 18.6% is a really, really good deal for this time that we're in at the moment. And it's basically Fairdesk savings. And then it gives you the benefits depending on your VIP status. Obviously, your benefits are different. So you can subscribe to any one of these coins and save. Again, do it at your own risk. It's low risk and stable earnings, but again, nothing is 100% safe. So do your research on that. But the exciting thing here is to do with the copy trade. By the way, you yourself can become a copy trader if you're a competent trader. As you can see, I've only got one position left. I think I might have got one liquidation because I went a little bit degen yesterday. So let's just look at some of my trades, for instance, right? I don't know if you can see this clearly enough. See here, here's the information you get in an open position. So one BTC, I've got an open position. I went in at 70,530, so just over 70,000. Right now, the market is down to 69,824. My liquidation price is 63,788, which is, there's no risk of that. My margin is 7 and it's isolated. Isolated means that this trade doesn't borrow money from, across other trades or money I have saved. So if Bitcoin dips by 10% from when I bought it, then I get liquidated. I think that may have happened to me with maybe Solana, because I also had Solana here, but we shall see. You can also look at your closed positions. You can see I've got no open orders. If you look at my closed positions, okay, looks like I got liquidated on Solana, but I won 1, 2, 3, 4. I won 4 trades and lost 1. So I went long 20x on Solana. Unfortunately, I went in at $181 and it went down to 174, which was what the liquidation price was. And I lost $148, which was my total profit and loss there. Oh well, minus 82% was where it happened. But look at all my other trades. Significantly, I made a big one with Bunk, which I went in 10x on, and I made 160. And I made a profit of 157. So they almost cancel out, but then I made all these other small wins. Yeah, as you can see, I won some, lost some, traded very little amounts, didn't go crazy. On this platform, you can go as far up as 125x. So if you're feeling confident, perhaps if I'd gone 125x on the Bunk, then, I would have doubled my money. But I'm very conservative. As you know, I don't usually do leverage, by the way. This is the first platform I've really played with leverage on. I did a little bit on Binance a few years ago, but I didn't like it. But I find it's a little bit more fun, and I know more now, and I have the benefit of looking at what other traders are doing on the copy trade tab, so I can inform my decisions partly based on that. As you can see here, you can see how much money you have left. Margin balance 5,088 USD. Unrealized profit and loss slightly less than $1. Position margin, yada yada yada. So even if I were to lose that completely, I've still made a total of $88 in profit. So I'm still in the green. Here are some of the stats that you can see down here if you're into that as well. So I'm going to give you guys an example of a trade. So I'm going to try and open a position just to show you how easy it is to do on this platform. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to pick a token. Let's see. Which one has changed the most. So Bonk has done very well. It's 10% up. So I'm not going to go into that because it's got a bit of a downside. Near Protocol is not doing too well. Yesterday cooled off a little bit. So I think that today, especially if the Ethereum ETFs get approved today, that might pump really hard. So I'm going to go for that. I'm going to do a conservative 5x on that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to select isolated. Okay, and I'm going to do a 5%. Okay, confirm. And then I'm going to say I want, I don't know. All right, let's pick the price. I'll pick, so I'll do a limit order. Okay, you could do a market order, conditional order if you want. Instead of trigger price, etc. But I'm just going to go for the limit order because that's just I'm showing you. So I want it to execute on time while I'm talking to you. So I'm going to pick the current price. Okay, so I'm going to buy 100 near protocol tokens. Okay, that cost me 159 USDT. Okay, margin, that's fine. Okay, buy long, boom. Okay, as you can see now, my position, my open orders, near USDT, 5x, okay, limit isolated, long, price 7953. That might execute in a minute. If it doesn't, I'll pause the video and wait till it executes so I show you what it looks like. Okay, it's filled 0% at the moment. Basically, this interface is the same as any centralized platform that you might be used to. Usually, you can see a little yellow dot next to your price and your order here as it goes up and down, so you can keep a visual check on what's going on. If you want to, for instance, close your position, you have two options. You can either do a quick close. What that does is it just closes the position. It doesn't ask you any questions. Or you can do an advanced close where you can set a limit and change, the price you want it to close at, etc. Okay. I'm just going to close that out because I'm not going to close out. I think Bitcoin is not going to go down. I think that's still going to be a win for me at 10x. Even if the price goes down, if the Ethereum ETFs get rejected, I don't think it's going to go down 10%, right? I don't think we're going to see a 10% crash in BTC. If we do, then, I lose a small amount, which again, I don't mind losing because I actually opened this position for demonstration purposes only for you guys to see. Okay, so that's pretty much an overview of Fairdesk. I hope you found that useful. Remember, don't bet or don't play or don't invest with crypto that you're not willing to lose or that you're not comfortable losing. Nobody likes to lose money, but you don't want to get wrecked or whatever. So do your own research and be careful. Remember, if you use my link, you get benefits which include possibility of a bonus of up to 100k. I've left a link in the description that actually also explains what I mean. Actually, if you look at the description section, I'll leave a proper explanation of the benefits that you get so that you understand what you're doing. Remember, this is an affiliate link. So if you click that and you go onto the platform, it tells them that I'm the one that sent you, which means I may get commissions as well if you were to start using the platform. So, well, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Peace.